Andre De Grasse Family Foundation, it's a big step. Why do you feel this responsibility to leave a legacy at this point in your career?
Yeah, well, for me, I always wanted to do something like this, back when I was in high school, I always volunteered, places, and I said, if I ever had the chance to be able to, be a star one day, I would definitely want to give back, to the kids and to just be able to have the resources and the mentorship. And that's kind of what I had, I was able to have that resources from Tony, be able to have that mentorship through, my supporting staff like my mom and all the other people that have helped me along the way, my coaches. So it's just pretty awesome to be able to do this for the kids. Moving forward, that's going to be my legacy, when I'm done track, I always want to be known for something. And to be able to just say, hey, that guy right there, he gave back to his community, he was able to accomplish a lot, he's a genuine guy, and that's all I want, just people remember me for something, that's good, it's good for the medals and all, but I always wanted to be known for something, off the track, moving forward.
At this point in your career, Andre, are you feeling the burden of responsibility, the pressure of responsibility to live up to that name that you've already established? I mean, it's still early, but there's pressure now.
Yeah, there's a little bit of pressure now. I'm not the underdog anymore. I'm not the, the little kid coming in, first Olympics, just trying to establish my name. I kind of, did that through the Rio 2016 Olympics, and now I'm thinking bigger. Obviously, I've got a bronze medal, I've got a silver medal, but I'm missing a gold medal in my career, and that's something I want to do, at the 2020 Olympics. But yeah, there is a little bit of pressure, but I always try to tell myself, calm myself down and, just think logical, take it one step at a time, one day at a time. And, if I'm able to do that, think how I thought, when I was younger and just have a little bit more experience, factor in there, I think I'm going to be all right.
You were like a rocket on the rise. I mean, through the Pan American Games and then on to the Olympic Games. And then there's this kind of stall in the momentum because of the injury prior to World Championships. Have you been affected by that in more ways than just physically?
Yeah, definitely. I was a little bit disappointed, physically, and mentally. That, messes with your mind a little bit. My first injury in track and field, never got hurt to that type of, to be able to miss a world championship. So that definitely plays a role a little bit in, in my head. And just to be able to try to come back now, it's a little bit tougher than before, but now it's like telling myself now I got to work, 10 times harder. And if I'm able to do that, things are going to be all right. And, moving forward, training has been going very well. I started the season off a little bit slow, but I'm definitely coming back into that element and be able to just, make a name, for myself off this injury, because I know a lot of people have doubts and saying he's not going to come back from this. But in my head, I have the confidence, I have the motivation that, things will turn around and, I'll be back and better than ever.
Doha and Shanghai were not what you wanted them to be. And there are all these guys. There's Christian Coleman, there's Ronnie Baker, there's Meta, there's Simbine.
Yeah.
All of the guys who want to be what you want to be. What do you think of rivals like that, and how do you view them?
Yeah, it's good for the sport. It always, you always want to raise your A game. You have guys that are running fast, and you're saying, oh, okay, well, they're running fast. I know I can run even faster. So for me, that's good motivation for me. Coming back from the injury, other guys are, running fast, and they're able to just, they're winning medals, they're winning races, and now I'm in this, a little deep spot over here where, a little down a little bit, after Doha and Shanghai. But now it's just all about going back to the drawing board. There's always going to be ups and downs in the sport, and moving forward, you just got to be able to rise to the occasion. And if I can do that, things are going to go very well.
What might have been, in London at the World Championships, and then the injury, and Bolt is not there anymore. I remember seeing you race against him, and there was this kind of joy to it, playfulness to it. Now that he's gone and somebody else has got to step into that void, could be you, is the joy still there for you, Andre, or as this career goes on, is this more of a job for you? Is this your line of work?
Yeah, I mean, it is a job, but I try to treat it as fun, you know, and be playful, because a lot of people, they want to see that, you know. That's what the fans like about me. It's entertainment. So, I mean, you know, I definitely do have to treat it a little bit more serious than when I was younger. You know, I was 21 years old at my first Olympics, so for me it was all about just, you know, just trying to just be in that moment. And now moving forward, I know what I have to do now going forward. So I have to, you know, treat it a little bit serious. I'm older now. I'm about to be 24 years old. So this is kind of like the peak age where, you know, I have to get it done now. You know, this is the age, you know, in 2 years, 2020 is coming up. I got to get it done now. So for me, it's a balance. You know, I obviously, you know, try to have fun, you know, interact and be playful, but at the same time, it's business as well, and, you know, I take it seriously.
About to be 24, about to be a dad, about to have a lot of things heaped upon you. How would you characterize yourself now versus the guy that ran at the Olympics and maybe at the Pan Am Games, or the guy that I met in Moncton when you were a kid that nobody knew? Are you more responsible? Are you more mature? Are you more wary? Are you feeling pressure more? What is more for you now?
Yeah, of course there's going to be a little bit more responsibilities as you get older. You know, being a father it's exciting for me, you know, but I'm going to have a little more responsibilities with my, you know, whether, I don't know if it's going to be a boy or girl, so if it's my daughter or son, you know, it's definitely going to be a joy, a time of my life. But yeah, you know, in the track, nothing's really changed. I mean, if anything, I've gotten a lot more experience now. I'm able to learn my body. I'm able to adapt in certain situations a lot easier now. I'm no longer, I would say, you know, just naive in a sense of, you know, the sport. I've learned a lot in this past couple of years, and I just kind of know moving forward, like, what I need to do. You know, before I was just like, whatever happens, happens. You know, I wasn't as serious. You know, in my warm up, or, you know, just even racing, I would just, you know, just be happy to be there. But now it's more, you know, I'm still competitive in a factor, but I also want to be able to just, you know, have that competitive edge and be able to just, you know, be the right guy. You know, be the guy that, you know, wins it all, and just have fun doing it. So I mean, there's definitely going to be a little bit more, you know, on the plate, but that doesn't mean I can't get it done.
Doesn't mean you can't get it done, and that was where I was going in the end, is when you were there, there was the joyfulness, but there was the swagger as well. And I'm wondering if you still believe that you can be the world's fastest man and have that swagger back. Yeah,
of course. I'm always believing, you know, that's one of the things since the day, you know, Tony believed in me, you know, to be able to, you know, run this sport, and saying, you know, one day you're going to be great. You know, if you work hard and you know, do the right things, and you just, you know, take my advice, you're going to be good one day. And I just been embracing that since I started the sport. And for me, moving forward, I just got to continue to believe, continue to have that confidence, continue to be motivated, and, you know, all the pieces will come together.
Thank you, Andre.
Thank you, Scott.